Hello, everyone. My name is Justin Cruson, Director of Transmission Distribution Policy here at CEA. And today I'm joined with Corey Hako from SaskPower. Now, I also know Corey from CEA's Transmission Council, where he serves as the Vice Chair. But today we're going to be talking about grid and substation automation, and specifically some standards that SaskPower is bringing in. But I was thinking before we get to that, maybe we can learn a little bit more about you, Corey, and what your role is with SaskPower, what you do day to day. So over to you.
Thanks, Justin. So my title at SaskPower, I'm the Vice President of Transmission and Industrial Services here. And as you can imagine, that's a fairly wide role. So on the transmission side, I'm responsible for transmission construction, transmission engineering, transmission operations and maintenance, transmission grid control operations. On the industrial services side, I'm responsible for key and major accounts, independent power producers, fuel management, and electricity trading. So it's a fairly wide group.
Great. That's a big portfolio. Maybe we can start moving into the substation discussion. But before we do, what is a substation for those that aren't maybe familiar with grid infrastructure?
Sure, Justin. So utilities move power at very high voltages for efficiency and then use our substations to reduce the voltage for our customers. Substations really are a key part of the system and help utilities control the grid.
So getting into the discussion about standards and protocols, what do those do for a utility in the electric utility context?
Sure. So standards play an important role in the utility. As you can imagine, everything utilities do or construct is getting more complex as technology evolves. Standards set minimum or common requirements across utilities and industry. Standards help improve safety, they reduce cost, improve reliability, and potentially enhance performance for most utilities. Standards allow utilities to focus their training of staff, and it also allows us to align our maintenance.
So, Corey, when we're talking about ICE 61850, what does that standard do?
For us, 61850 greatly reduces wiring in our substation, which translates to reduced construction time and construction costs. For us, it's about speed, and it has allowed us advanced protection on our system, which is better for customer reliability, reduced chance of equipment damage, which really is about cost savings. It allows us to reconfigure our protection systems in much shorter time. It increases reliability to the customer and reduces troubleshooting. Because of all this, we see a reduction in commissioning time, and it's positioned SaskPower better for the future.
Great, thanks, Corey. And you got into it a little bit there, but when we're talking innovation, automation, standardization, what does all this mean for customers?
Well, the bottom line really is this translates to better customer services, and I know you're thinking how. What this does is it allows for complex remedial action schemes which reduce costly system reinforcements, which really impacts our customers. The automation results in reduced customer outages, both in duration and frequency. And SaskPower can tell large customers the reason for the outage and the time to restore before they even call, which makes us well prepared to serve our customers.
Great. So speaking of serving customers, what's next? What's next in the areas of automation and innovation for SaskPower?
That's a good question, Justin. Thank you. So for SaskPower, we're looking at advanced distribution management system right now. Full AMI meter installation for outage reporting, automating substations to have a complete visibility of our grid. We're looking at smart switches and smart reclosures, and eventually automatic switching.
Great. And maybe we'll end with one question that we've asked all the speakers on the series. But if you could describe electricity in one word, what would that word be and why?
Well, I think I'm going to cheat and I'm going to take two words. So for me, the first word is essential. You look at what we do every single day in all the electricity utilities across Canada, and I would suggest that our work is essential. Everybody takes for granted power. You go to the wall, you turn the switch on, and the light comes on. So I think essential is really a key word. But if I can look to the future, perhaps the word electrification is also an intriguing word for me personally. As we see a transition of our industry to the future.
Great. Well, I'll say thank you, Corey, very much for joining us. And again, congratulations on the project and thanks for speaking with us.
Thanks, Justin.